We go on to our next session, and this is a very interesting session that has been lined up. Yoga for self-mastery. And to present this session, we have Swamini Satyavratananda Saraswati. Swamini Satyavratananda Saraswati is the disciple of Pujya Swami Dayanand Saraswati and Swami Paramarthananda Saraswati. She has studied Vedanta under these traditional acharyas for over 12 years. She has also studied Sanskrit, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Sankhya, and Yoga under Vedic scholars. Swamini, after her Vedantic studies, has been teaching Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Prakarana Granthas in English and Telugu for the past 23 years in Chennai. Dhyana Yagnas have been conducted by Parama Pujya Swamini at Nellore, Guntur, Hyderabad, Cochin, and Chennai. Swamini has also mastered Ashtanga Yoga and has conducted classes on pranayama and meditation. She has taught yoga with the background of Vedic vision for 30 years to people from all walks of life, aiming to bring transformation in one's own personality at physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual levels. And Swamini is an expert in traditional music and playing the veena, and has sung Stotramala, Bhajanavali, and is encouraging the worship of Ishvara through Nada Yoga as a spiritual sadhana. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of pleasure in welcoming Swamini Satyavratananda to the Vedic Wisdom Festival. Swamini.
योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि. My best wishes to Swami Brahmavidyananda ji and Swamini Brahma Prajnananda ji of Arsha Vidya Foundation, and my best wishes, blessings and prayers to all the team members of this Vedic Wisdom Festival. In our country, we have a lot of festivals. Among so many festivals, another new festival has joined, that is Vedic Wisdom Festival. When we celebrate festival, we are very happy, joyful, enjoy fully on that day for a few days. Similarly, through this Vedic Wisdom Festival also, we are not only enjoying, but we are enriching our Vedic wisdom, that which gives us real peace, happiness, and security. Today, our topic is yoga for self-mastery. Whenever you look at the sentence, yoga for self-mastery, with a few words, 4 words are there in this sentence. To understand that sentence, first we have to understand the words in the sentence. Yoga means what? Self means what? Mastery means what? Then we can understand the entire topic. Yoga has got different meanings from different contexts. For example, you take Bhagavad Gita. Each chapter is known as yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, sankhya yoga, Arjuna Vishada yoga. 18 chapters, 18 times yoga comes. In that context, yoga means a topic. It is nothing to do with Ashtanga yoga. Yoga means a topic. Patanjali Maharshi has given Ashtanga yoga in sutra format from Vedas only he derived. Adi Yogi, Lord Shiva, from Vedas this yoga comes. Patanjali Maharshi has given codified in sutra format. Therefore, in the prayer, Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha, when I chanted, this Patanjali Maharshi gave Ashtanga Yoga to remove the impurity of the mind. Yogena Chittasya Malam Apakarot. Then he gave Paninian Mahabhashya commentary on Panini Sutras. By learning which Sanskrit language, you get pure language, Vak Suddhata, purity in your speech. That is contributed by Patanjali again. Not only that, Patanjali contributed even Ayurveda also, through which you can remove the impurities of the body. So body, verbal and mental level, all impurities can be removed by yoga, Sanskrit and Ayurveda. Now our topic is focused on Chitta Malam. Chitta means mind and mastery of our own mind through yoga. Therefore, yoga for self-mastery. Another meaning of yoga is, what is first meaning I gave? Topic. Now the second meaning is, yoga means a discipline, a way of life, yogic life, a discipline. General meaning this is. But we have to see what is a derived meaning. According to Paninian grammar, yoga is derived from the yuj dhatu, samyamane. Samyamana means what? First conjugation it comes. Samyamana means alignment with God, between body, mind and sense organs. Alignment, samyamana, coordination, synchronization, synthesis. Then another meaning of yoga is yunj dhatu. It comes derived from that. That is, you have to practice to discipline. That is second derivation. Samadhau means to concentrate. Yoga unj means to samadhau, to concentrate. What you have to concentrate? Mind. How to concentrate your mind? That is another meaning of yoga. Then third derivation is again yuj dhatu. In seventh conjugation it comes to join, union. To join with what? Union with what and what? Union of individual self with the total self, supreme self. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Yoga is that discipline by practicing which you are qualified to know that Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Jnanam. That is the full meaning of yoga. That is the purpose of yoga, intention of yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Therefore, Patanjali Maharshi has given these 8 steps of yoga. Now we are taking here the third meaning, the union. Union means I, the individual self, am the supreme self only. How to get this knowledge? This knowledge is possible through the study of Vedantic scriptures under a competent teacher. But to study under a competent teacher, I have to prepare my body, mind, sense organs. Without preparing myself, I am not eligible to receive that knowledge thoroughly. Therefore, our great acharyas, Vyasacharya, Shankaracharya, Sureshwaracharya, Madhusudana Saraswati, Vidyaranya, every acharya highlight the yoga sadhana. Lord Krishna is none other than Yogeshwara Krishna. If you see in Bhagavad Gita, we are celebrating Gita Jayanti. On this occasion, if we remember, Lord Krishna is Yogeshwara Krishna, Lord of Yogas. There are different sciences. Yogeshwara Krishna, Lord Krishna is the master of this yoga. Therefore, yoga is meant to discipline my body, mind, sense organs. Through that, I can get qualification to understand the highest teaching of Vedanta. From Pujya Paramarthananda Swamiji's words, I want to quote here, whoever practice yoga, for them, Vedanta is a walkover. Whoever practices daily, regularly, yoga for many years, for them, Vedanta is a walkover. Therefore, we have understood what is the definition of yoga, meaning of yoga. Therefore, Patanjali Maharshi has given this meaning, that is pramanam for us. Now let us come to the next word in the title of my topic today, self. What do you mean by self? Self also has got different meanings from different contexts. If you write capital S, that self is called Atma, the consciousness. This is one meaning of self. Another meaning of self, when you write small s, self, myself, we use the word myself. That self, when you use, that self is called mind, antahkaranam, our own mind. When I use the word myself, sometimes it is connected to body, sometimes it is connected to the mind, sometimes it is connected to the intellect, like that. But here, according to Patanjali, we have to see the meaning. First sutra, Atha Yoganushāsanam. Second sutra comes, Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yogaha. Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Patanjali's definition. What is yoga? What for yoga? Yoga is that by practicing which you can control your mind. Chitta vritti. Control means not stopping the mind. Control means we have to understand carefully, channelization, directing, disciplining the mind is called Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Again, you have to see the word vritti. Vritti means thought. Mind is nothing but a bunch of thoughts. It is like a bouquet. When you say bouquet, flower bouquet, is there a bouquet without flowers? There is no bouquet. Only flowers put together, it is called a bouquet. Similarly, what is mind? What is mind? Mind is nothing but bunch of thoughts. All thoughts put together. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts, all emotions. Love thought, compassion thought, angry thought. Different thoughts rise in our mind in different timings. So mind is the place where all thoughts arise. and depart. That is called here self. What do you mean? Self-mastery means mind mastery. Therefore, understanding each word is very important. To understand the total subject, it is required to understand each word clearly. Otherwise, we will be misled by the words and their translations. Therefore, self means mind, mind means thoughts, thoughts to be disciplined, thoughts we have to channelize. Negative thoughts to be replaced by positive thoughts. Negative thoughts bound to come in our mind. It is not in your hand. They rise. We never plan to be angry from so and so time. We never plan. It happens. Krodha vritti happens. We never say, none of us accept Krodha is good for health. None of us accept. It is a thought, emotion, rise in our mind. That negative thought, which is not good for me, good for my family, good for my society. So like that, many other negative thoughts. All kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya, arishad vargas are all negative thoughts. From Lord Krishna's language, we can say asuri sampat, demonic nature. We have to replace it by Daivi Sampat, positive thoughts. That is the job of every individual. Every one of us have to cultivate positive thoughts day by day, day by day, day by day. We have to work for it. Mind has to be cultivated. So that self, what we are talking now, that self is nothing but mind. Mind is nothing but thoughts. Thoughts have to be taken care of. Thoughts have to be monitored. They have to be checked like metal detectors. No, everywhere nowadays metal detectors. Like that, I have to be vigilant about my thoughts. What to think, what not to think. Thoughts rise. Before implementing them, it is in my hands. Thoughts arrival, I don't have control. After thoughts arrival, I have to put effort. What that thought has to be implemented through words or through actions or not. That is in my hands. Kartum, akartum, anyathava kartum. Whether to join this class or not, that is your choice. I want to join, your choice. I don't want to join, your choice. Anyathava kartum, let me attend another session. That is your another choice. We have free will. Now let us come to mastery word. So we have understood what is yoga and what is the self. Now let us come to the third word in that title, mastery. What do you mean by mastery? Mastery means mastery. According to our scriptures, Vedantic scriptures, how beautifully Lord Krishna presents in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 5th verse and 6th verse, he presents clearly. Uddhared atmanatmanam, natmanam avasadayet, atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu, atmaiva ripuratmanaha, bandhuratmatmanastasya, enatmaivatmana jitaha. Anatmanastu setrutve vartetatmaiva shetruvat. These two slokas are enough to master our mind if we understand properly. What Lord Krishna says here, hey Arjuna, you have to uplift yourself by yourself. You have to uplift yourself by yourself. This is just a translation. How can I uplift myself by myself? Somebody should uplift me. How can I uplift myself? What it means? What is the implicit meaning in that? We have to extract. Your mind alone is your friend. Your mind alone is your enemy. Uddharet atmana atmanam. You uplift yourself. By yourself means you uplift your unfriendly mind, uncongenial mind, unspiritual mind with a friendly mind, with a congenial mind, with a spiritual mind. There are dichotomies in our mind. Always, what way we have dichotomy? The dichotomy is possible in such a way, good, meritorious thoughts and demeritorious thoughts, dharmic, righteous thoughts and unrighteous thoughts. Everyone knows what is dharma, what is adharma, what is righteous, what is unrighteous, they know. Just as Duryodhana said, Janami dharmam nachami pravrittihi, Janami adharmam nachami nivrittihi. I know what is good, but I don't want to do. I know what is bad, but I never like to come back from that. He says, like that, every individual, that inner conscience is there. Atma Sakshi, they say. Every one of us know ourselves, what we are doing is wrong or right. Hidden, inbuilt in us. But many times, because of weakness, person becomes slave to those demonic thoughts, negative thoughts, unhealthy emotions, overpowered by them, and he is not or she is not able to come out of them. We have to check and monitor, nip in the bud. This is possible only by yoga abhyasa. Lord Krishna says, it is your own friend. If you control jitaha, ena, by whom the mind, sense organs are conquered, he is the one who is victorious. His mind is his relative, bandhu. Otherwise, ripuhu, shatru. Same idea Yamadharmaraja presents in Kathopanishad also. Atmanam rathinam vidhi. In that shloka, he says mind, body, sense organs, everything is compared to chariot, and all the chariot, whatever we use, all compared to our body, mind, sense organs. I don't want to dwell into that. It is a big topic. Atmanam radhinam vidhi, shariram rathamevatu, buddhintu sarathim vidhi, manah pragrahamevacha, indriyani hayanahu. You can go back and look at the Kathopanishad. Wonderful analogy, imagery given by Yamadharmaraja to Nachiketas. Beautiful teaching, how to master one's own mind. If you look into our Vedanta scriptures, everywhere the mind discipline is highlighted. Why? Because Yamadharmaraja himself said, Manasai Vedam Aptavyam. Through mind only you have to attain liberation. What type of mind? Drishyate tu agriya buddhya sukshmaya sukshma darshibhihi. Subtle mind, a sensitive mind, that which can grasp all subtle subject matter. It can grasp. Yen manasana manute, Upanishad says again, that mind which is not disciplined cannot receive this teaching, cannot have the capacity to grasp the Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Therefore, we have to master our own mind, as Lord Krishna said. Your mind alone is your friend. Your mind alone is your enemy. Therefore, now we heard about our Puja Swamiji's words. Normal movies, we have producer different, director different, and actors are different, and script writers are different, actresses are different, villain is different. All are different. But in our life movie, We are only producers, we are only directors, we are only script writers, we are only actors. I am only everything. I have to take care of my life. I am in charge of my life. I have to master my mind. How to master? Mastery, everybody talks. How to do mastery? Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Yama Niyamas, 10 commandments of Hinduism. How yoga beautifully helps to all our 5 koshas. According to our scriptures, we have 5 bodies, 5 layers. In our human existence, we have 5 layers. What are those 5 layers? Physical body, Annamaya kosha. Physiological body, Pranamaya kosha. Manomaya kosha, mental body, all emotional, psychological body, that is. And Vijnanamaya kosha, 4th one, intellectual body, where rational thinking take place. And Anandamaya kosha, happiness layer. 5 layers. See the beauty of yoga. Yoga take care of each kosha. That is the uniqueness of yoga. We thank our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for declaring International Yoga Day, because yoga is applicable to entire humanity, to unite the people, to unite the countries, to entire cosmos to unite. Yoga is the technique, only technique. Therefore, yoga is relevant for all people at all times. This yoga, Yama Niyamas, 10 commandments of Hinduism, Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteyam, Brahmacharyam, Aparigraham, Shaucha, Santosha, Aparigraham, or Ishvara Pranidhana, all these Swadhyaya, all these disciplines, do's and don'ts, we have to follow. Yoga means not only asanas. Yoga means not only pranayama, not only meditation. Yoga means much more. Ashtanga yoga is taken by all our acharyas. The practical purpose is there. The practicality we can see in our life, how it is useful. Through asanas, you can discipline your physical body. You bring suppleness in your body, flexibility in your body. You can prevent diseases. And through pranayama, you can take care of your vital body, pranic body. And through meditation, dhyanam, Ashtanga yoga steps, these are asana, pranayama, pratyahara, withdrawal of senses from unhealthy worldly sense objects. You have to withdraw, pratyahara. Dharana, focusing the mind. Focusing upon what? First, that we have to know. So meditation, we have to learn. Yoga, we have to learn from a proper teacher. Then only we can understand what is a real integrated approach of yoga. How beautiful it is. How wonderful it is. It does everything. It gives everything for us. All our acharyas were great yogis, tapasvis. Just like that, they have never become great acharyas because of their tapas, austerity. One of the Yamanimas, tapas, austerity. Asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, focusing the mind, dhyana, meditation. Take care of your mind. Listening this type of lectures at Vijnanamaya Kosha level, you understand about yoga, the depth of yoga, how it is useful in your life. It is fashion of the day now. It is boon for many, many diseased people. It is a fashion of the day, fit for fitness for many people, sports people, and film field, also every field, in executive field, everywhere they are using yoga nowadays. In beauty parlors also there is yoga. But yoga purpose is not only for beauty, external beauty. Yoga purpose is not only to reduce blood pressure. Yoga purpose is not only to attain some siddhis through meditation, samadhi. Yoga is not meant only to control my prana. Stopping the breath, stopping the mind is not the purpose of yoga. Stopping the mind is not the purpose of yoga. Stopping my breath is not the purpose of yoga. Please understand. Yoga has got much more. How? How I understand? Once Rama asked, you understand what is disease? Unless you keep your body physically fit, mentally fit, your sense organs are fit, then you are eligible to understand the great Vedanta, our scriptures, vast literature you can understand. Keep your body fit, keep your mind fit, healthy. Once Rama asked Vasishtha Maharshi, hey Maharshi, hey Guru, what do you mean by disease? Why people are suffering? Please explain. How is there any remedy to come out of this disease? He asked. Then in Yoga Vasishtha, Vasishtha says, yes, let us understand what is disease, signs of illness. Now we have understood concept of body, meaning of yoga, meaning of self, how to do mastery by yoga abhyasa. I want to keep my body healthy. Healthy means what? Healthy means what? I want to be healthy. According to World Health Organization, WHO, health means not mere absence of disease. Not mere absence of disease. Health means physical health, mental health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. The spiritual health joined in within brackets. They have still doubted, but we have already accepted that spiritual health is very, very important. That is available in our culture, spiritual health. We included that. So Vasishtha said there are two types of diseases, adhija vyadhis, anadhija vyadhis. Adhija means that which are caused by the mind. Anadhija means which are not caused by the mind. In that which are caused by the mind, adhija also there are two types, sara and samanya, essential diseases and ordinary diseases. Essential disease is what? Janana marana, cycle of birth and death. No one can escape. At body level, everyone has to undergo this dissociation of subtle body from the gross body, Janana Marana cycle. Then what is the remedy for that? The Jnana Yoga is the remedy. Jnana Yoga is the remedy to come out of this cycle of birth and death. Is really there is a birth and death? Understand. Vedanta is the only solution for that. That is called Jnana Yoga. Sadhana is there. Remedy is given in our Shastras. It is our job to find out, to extract, to learn and practice. What is Jnana Yoga? Our Swami Brahmavidananda ji, Brahma Prajnananda ji, teaching many, many Vedanta classes. You learn. And what is Jnana Yoga? You understand. They're teaching. All our Puja Swami Dayananda Saraswati's disciples teaching Vedanta, giving this Jnana Yoga. And I remember Puja Swamiji's words, where Uddhared Atmana Atmanam, when Lord Krishna used that word, Puja Swamiji used that one sentence, one word for that, self-esteem, two words, self-esteem. Once Swamiji came to, when I was conducting Jnana Yajna, Puja Swamiji also came and to give talks in the same place it happened. And Swamiji was talking to the college students and the school students. Swamiji was talking about the self-esteem, self-respect, self-esteem. Never look down upon yourself. Never degrade yourself. That is what Lord Krishna said. Never degrade yourself. Never look down upon yourself. May you have self-esteem. Puja Swamiji says. May you have self-esteem, self-confidence. So this Jnana Yoga is the solution to come out of this cycle of birth and death notion. Then Samanya diseases are those diseases which are caused by the mind. Maximum population is facing that, which are caused by the mental stress, pressure in the mind, because of agitation, anxiety, because of interactions with the world, with the family members, spouse, etc. Because of that stress in the mind, continuous stress, there are many ailments comes at the body level. The stress starts in the mind in the form of anxiety. Stress means what? Overspeed of the mind, ativega of the mind. Overspeed of the mind is stress. Raga, dvesha, lot of conditional mind, always is stressful mind. That mind is the cause. So the diseases are all psychosomatic diseases. Psycho means mind, soma means body. Those diseases which are caused by this stress in the mind. Even cancer, asthma, diabetes, Bowel syndrome, heart problems, many diseases they have discovered, all of them are psychosomatic diseases. What allopathy is telling, there is no cure for diabetes, there is no cure for asthma, there is no cure for, once you are a BP, you have to take lifelong tablets. This is what allopathy's answer. But yoga, they have published many papers, the yoga research, they have published, diabetes can be cured through yoga. Asthma can be cured. Many diseases psychosomatic diseases can be cured through yoga. Therefore, that is called Ashtanga Yoga or Raja Yoga. This is called Samanya, ordinary diseases, psychosomatic ailments. There are another type of diseases which are infectious diseases. They are like smallpox, chickenpox, malaria, typhoid, virus, corona. All these are infectious diseases. You cannot take yoga. There you have to do, have good habits and mantra. There you can use doing good habits, good habits and doing good actions. Karma yoga. So karma yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Jnana yoga, all together with bhakti you have. You must have bhakti, devotion towards all of them. While doing karma, also you must have bhakti. While doing Ashtanga yoga, it is not a fitness exercise. It is a puja like. For our ancestors, practicing yoga is not without taking bath, they never did yoga abhyas. Nowadays, people are taking it as a physical exercise. Without taking bath, they are practicing. How can you do Surya Namaskar without taking bath? Sun salutations I have to do. I have to take bath. Therefore, bhakti is very important. You have to do prayer to Patanjali Maharshi. How do you do prayer without taking bath? Can you do prayer? Therefore, take bath before doing the practice of yoga. That is called devotion. It is not a physical exercise. It is not like karate. It is not a cricket game. It is not any sport. All games, all sports, anything you can take, it works only at physical level. Yoga alone works at all 5 layers. Amazing discipline given by our great rishis. That is the contribution of our great rishis to the entire humanity. Therefore, we have to show our gratitude to our rishis. This is about yoga and self and mastery, Ashtanga Yoga Abhyasa. Now let us come to another topic, that is, what are the tips for practice? Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, Chamchalam himana Krishna pramadhi balavadridham tasyaham nigraham anye vayuriva sudushkaram. Hey Krishna, how to control this mind? It is very, very difficult. Vayuriva, you cannot suppress the air. Sudushkaram, very, very difficult. Then Lord Krishna asked, who said it is easy to discipline the mind? It is not easy. But abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Abhyasa. Practice makes you perfect. Practice every day, regularly, sincerely. Every day we are eating. Every day we are sleeping. Why can't we practice every day yoga? We have to practice. Abhyasena tu. Hey Arjuna, abhyasena. You can master your mind. Lord Krishna's entire Bhagavad Gita, you see how much he talks about the mastery, self-mastery. And abhyasa, next one, tips for practice is hitam mitam. Mitam, we practice moderately. Moderately, every day. Surya Namaskar, asana, pranayama, give some time for meditation. Regular practice is mitama, moderately. Everything mitam. Then only it is hitam. Without mitam, there is no hitam. Hitam means that it is good for you. Legitimate. Legitimately you have to do. You should not overdo yoga abhyasa also without the guidance, without studying under a proper guru. You yourself should not practice. That is important. And that when you do mitam, moderately, everything is good. Everything is, that's what Lord Krishna said, yukta hara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta, mitam, moderate. Be moderate in your ahara, vihara and cheshta. In your entertainments, be moderate. In your food also, be moderate. In your activities also, be moderate. Everything moderate. Sleep also, be moderate. Yogi is one who is moderate in everything. If you know yoga, you know what is peace. K-N-O-W, no. If you know yoga, you know K-N-O-W, you know peace. What is peace? At mental level. Peace is at mental level, Shanti. If you don't know yoga, you don't know what is peace. No yoga, no peace. N-O, no. No yoga, no peace. Therefore, yoga abhyasa, hitam, mitam, abhyasa is very important. Regularly doing, practicing yoga with bhakti, devotion. Understand? Surya Namaskar, asana, pranayama, meditation, loosening exercise, breathing exercise. There are many, many asanas. You need not do all asanas. Minimum important asanas which are required, which what you can do according to your age. Comfortably you can do. Stiram sukham asanam, where you feel comfortable. That sukha asanam. Sukhama, comfortable it should be. Stiram, steadily. All these are important. You need guidance, under the guidance of your teacher. So these are the practical tips. And then let us come to yogic diet. Ahara, your food is your doctor. Your food is your doctor. Lord Krishna says, Katvam lalavanat yushna tishna ruksha vidahinaha. Like that, 17th chapter, 3 slokas, he talks about tamasic food, rajasic food, and sattvic food. So, tamasic food people have to convert into rajasic food people have to convert into sattvic food. And you look into that Bhagavad Gita, 3 slokas, you understand what is tamasic food, what is rajasic. I am not going to explain. So, without mirchi, masala, karam, all these things, you can, in Ayurveda also, full of yogic diet only they prescribe. So, yogic diet is the best diet, and be moderate in eating also. Jite rasam, jite sarvam. Have a tongue control, eating tongue and talking tongue. Tongue does 2 jobs. Each sense organ does one job, but this tongue does 2 jobs. Eating tongue, talking tongue. Therefore, you have to discipline your tongue. If you know how to conquer your tongue, eating tongue and talking tongue, you can control jite sarvam. You can conquer everything in the world. Therefore, these are the food habits. There is much more to talk and explain. And if you have any doubts, or not doubts, any questions, you are welcome to ask me few minutes.
Thank you, Swamini ji. We were just wrapped with attention. I can tell you that each one of us who was on this call and was listening to you, I don't think anybody's moved from their chair. I can tell you, I haven't moved an inch from my chair in the last 45 minutes that you've been talking, because you covered the topic so comprehensively. Loved the way you broke it down into, explaining yoga, self mastery, and it was just amazing talk, and it has really opened our minds. There are a couple of questions, but I'd like to ask one, questions for people who live in cities, and, and today, you said you must get a good teacher. One of the things you said is you must learn yoga under a good teacher. Today, you have a yoga teacher falling out of trees, in cities. Honestly, I don't mean it negatively, but, especially in the asana pranayama range, you have a lot of yoga teachers who claim they can teach asanas and pranayama. How do you differentiate? I mean, how do you differentiate between a good teacher and not a good teacher?
We cannot differentiate. See that teacher, it is then who is dedicated for this and who is living in that, who is practicing, living in that yoga abhyasa and yoga sadhana and the disciplines fully. That person is the real practitioner. Our ancestors are never made this yoga. It's not a business actually. It is really a worship. Yoga is a worship for us. Therefore, it is very difficult to decipher who is the good teacher and all. But it is our choice. We have to go and see and learn for some time and see how they are teaching, what they are teaching, how they are. Some points you can immediately understand the way they are teaching and see that whether to continue or not to continue, suppose. So there are good teachers. We have to approach, find out from them, take guidance directly. We have to. If you want a good teacher, we have to go and learn. There is no way out.
Swamini, there is a question. Swamini ji, does it mean that all 8 limbs of Patanjali's yoga should ideally be mastered before studying Vedanta?
No, it's not so. We have to simultaneously, we have to practice. See, 100%, nobody is perfect 100%. At least reasonably you are qualified. It is good for you only for Vedanta study. That's all. Body fitness, for example. Sense organs to focus in the class, 1 hour you have to listen. The Swamiji's class, suppose. You require focusing mind. So these are minimum, reasonably if you maintain enough. Not 100% we don't expect, at least some extent. If you are in that process, it is good. That is what Shastra expects you.
Okay. someone has asked that it's in the same area of controlling your mind. I know you explained how to control mind, but somebody has asked that if someone has harmed and wronged you, how do you control your mind and emotions against someone who's obviously wronged you, and therefore against emotions like anger, which come up very naturally? While it is good to say control your mind in such kind of situations, how do you control it?
It is true. See, whenever a person misbehave, we have to see from that person's standpoint also under what condition that person has done, what provoked him to do that. That also we have to think. And immediately, instead of reacting towards that person, I have to balance myself, wait and see, instead of what you can call immediate, instinctively, instead of responding like that, I have to think and balance, and in a proper manner, I can handle that person. Not just shouting, not just by blaming or abusing, but in a proper manner, I have to see how to handle this person. That I have to think over, because person to person differs, behavior to behavior it differs. It is my mental capacity or intellectual capacity at that situation, what is the best way of, I can take guidance from my gurus or teachers, how to handle it, please help me this situation. I can take the help of my teachers, gurus, or my well-wishers, elders, like that. Instead of responding immediately, that is not ideal. That is what. Later it disturbs us only if we respond like that. Therefore, wait and see, balancely, appropriate time, you have to see that balancely you have to handle.
Swamini, you mentioned about how Ashtanga Yoga is the only yoga that addresses all the 5 layers of the body and the mind. So where do emotions come in these 5 layers?
Manomaya kosha. Yoga starts first sutra itself, chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the main chittasya malam. In the prayer verse itself, I said, chittasya malam, impurity of the mind is what? Raga, dvesha, attachment and aversion. These are the malam. How can you handle them? By disciplining the body, disciplining the mind. Therefore, mind, mental, emotions are at the manomaya kosha level. Yoga is mainly for mind only, focusing mind. Through the mind, body and prana are taken care of through asanas. Asanas, body for body, pranayama for pranayama. Mind is taken care of by yamana yamas, emotions by following values, and what you can call meditation, and a lot of experience is required. Anubhava. Anubhava means abhyas. Experience means not any mystic experience. I mean, Anubhava means by your own practice, you understand what asana is good, what practice is good. You study your body. By practicing every day, you yourself study your body very much. Even your emotions, your body flexibility, your pranic breathing, everything you can observe. That much subtle level you can go by your sadhana.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Swamini. It has been, like I said, very fascinating session. The way you broke up the topic and the way you took us through the various layers, and I think most of us are going to join a yoga class tomorrow morning for sure. Thank you so much. But
you finished.
But we cannot let you go without Swamiji saying a few things. May I ask Swami Brahmavidananda to please come in and thank Swamini Satyavratananda Saraswati.
Yes.
Swamiji.
Swamini, nice to see you here.
Nice. I'm very happy to see you.
The moment you started, I felt it was Swami Paramarthananda who was talking to me.
Thank you. Good grace.
So thank you for being with us. It was nice having you here. And I think Swami Brahma Prajna will like to add a few words as well.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Swamini ji. It was a wonderful flow. And today on Gita Jayanti, to understand what mastery is through the words of Bhagavan Krishna and practical tips to put it into our lives was very, very helpful. And I hope that all the participants are able to apply all this that has been. Thank you very much.
Can I conclude with Shanti Pata?
Please.
Yes, please.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Hari.
you.